Hello River Life viewers, I'm Rack. The water's fine, come on in. And by that I mean I appreciate you stopping by. We're going to do an unboxing today. Kind of excited about this box. Next Day Koi. I think it's all in the name of the business right there. Next Day Koi is a website that you can go buy packs of random koi, or you can select the koi you want. What you see is what you get, photographs, and we did an unboxing from them before. Very happy with that. Those koi are still doing very well. And so today the mailman, actually it was UPS, they have a big contract with UPS Next Day Air, so the UPS man dropped off this box on my doorstep, Brown taking care of me. So let's get right in here. This is some select koi. I don't know if this is an annual thing from koi, Next Day Koi or not, but they ran a crazy special earlier this week. It was buy one get two free from all of Blue Ridge Fish Hatchery koi. Now they use two farms, one from Israel and one from North Carolina, the Blue Ridge Fish Hatchery, and all of the Blue Ridge select koi were on sale. Buy one get two free. So, oh my gosh, excuse me, wow. So I bought one and I got two free, and I forget I was expecting bigger than baby koi. These guys, let me just show you, and they're in great shape, just like I expected since it was next day. Beautiful. They're all long fin. Oh my gosh, gorgeous. Okay, we're going to do a video about these guys later, but I want to go ahead and get them floating. I'll walk toward the camera. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see. Those guys are nice. Okay, so they're all long fin. They're all butterfly, excuse me. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to float them right here in the koi pond. Okay, we got text coming in. Let me just take care of that. And shipping with a cool pack out of North Carolina to over here in East Tennessee. Still a little bit cool. Koi in great shape. Got them floating. Okay, so Next Day Koi and butterfly koi. Those are all long fin butterfly koi, my choice. So I think one is a shisui, which I've just wanted one for a long time. That was the most expensive koi. Looked to be like 9 inches long, and I want to say I paid $92. It was the most expensive of the bunch for that beautiful Deutsch style leathery side, not completely scaled body, white, black, silver, orange. Oh my gosh, it's great. And then the other two were free. But that was relative. There were several. I'm going to say in the pool of selection there were several $40 to $60 koi, so you could have actually gotten three. Of course, you're going to pay for the most expensive one, and then the other two you choose are free. And it was a madhouse. I was on the website filling up my cart, you know, with all my koi dreams. I would go to checkout, and it was like, sorry, that koi's no longer available. Have to rework the order, you know, because you want to get all the free stuff you can. So I didn't want to have an unbalanced order. I wanted to make sure if I was paying for a fish, I was getting two free ones. Fantastic marketing. I'm a sucker for that kind of thing, apparently. Well, as it ended up, I just stopped playing around. I got down to these three fish, and it's like, I'm buying these. I'm not doing trying to hit a home run here. I'm going to just have to settle for a double. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very satisfied with those guys. And I want to share something with you about Next Day Koi being so close in collaboration with Blue Ridge Hatchery, which, you know, I live here in the Appalachian Mountains. Blue Ridge Fish Hatchery over in Kernersville, North Carolina is also in the Appalachian Mountain. They're in what we would call the Piedmont of North Carolina, and they're about, I'd say, 3 hours east of me here in East Tennessee, and probably we're in a low area of the county here. We're about 1,200 feet elevation. They're about 1,000 feet elevation. So average elevation here in my area is probably a half agricultural band higher than we are, maybe 1,400, 1,500 is the average elevation. So similar topography. So I think, and thinking the water, you know, it's going to be on the harder side. We've got lots of limestone in the region. So I think the koi are going to do very well, but you know, that's the boring stuff. The exciting stuff is, while I was researching both Next Day Koi and Blue Ridge Koi, I learned that Blue Ridge Fish Hatchery is responsible for starting butterfly koi. The butterfly koi was originated in North Carolina over there at Blue Ridge Fish Hatchery. Let me just give you a quote from the website so there's no confusion. This I'm going to read. I've written this down. Butterfly koi have gained immense popularity in the U.S. since their introduction over 20 years ago, and it all started right here at Blue Ridge Fish Hatchery. That's a quote from the Blue Ridge Fish Hatchery website. So you can go read all about the butterfly koi story, and as it goes, they ordered 12 fish that were advertised as long-finned koi. When they got them, they were very disappointed because they were just kind of gray-brown, long-finned carp, but not the ornamental koi that the world had come to appreciate, you know, due to the Asian influence, especially Japanese culture. So they had these brown, gray, long-finned carp that were just very disappointing. They bred them with some of their carp, the result not stunning. However, as the fish matured, they began to get color. So there was hope. And now they were hoping that this hybrid was not sterile. And they got, obviously, you know, the rest is history. They were not sterile, and they kept breeding, and all of a sudden now they're a beautiful new genre of koi. And it's well known that the butterfly koi are not held in the same esteem in Japanese koi respect and lore in the whole koi culture. They're kind of a sub fish, a second set. That being said, now many of the Japanese farms are breeding beautiful strains of butterfly koi. So as a historical marker, okay, well, I mean, look, 20 years ago, all right, there were no butterfly koi in the hobby prior to 20 years ago. So, and the koi, yeah, it's got like centuries of history. Yeah, so it's an imbalance, no big deal. But the U.S. fish and koi collector, crazy about the butterfly. I know I am. Those beautiful fins, man, they just flow through a large pond, striking. I really enjoy that. So, another quote from the website here, I noticed where they had documented that co-founder and president of Blue Ridge Fish Hatchery, Randy Lefebvre, noted, looking at the new long-fin koi that they made, they remind me of butterflies. And so that's when the common genre was coined. And I just feel somehow connected because it's, you know, that happened in the southeast region of the U.S. and I'm also familiar with lots of connectors between the Japanese culture and the Appalachian culture. And whenever I get to, because I'm a bonsai enthusiast, whenever I get an opportunity to mention that, I may have forced it into this, thank you for bearing with me, but in Washington, D.C., we have the cherry trees that are all over the mall, and they go into bloom and there's a cherry blossom festival. So those trees were gifted to us from the people of Japan as part of a World War II reconstruction effort. And you should read the story. Very unique history. I won't spoil you with it here, but those trees shipped from Japan adapted to our mountain life, you know, the Appalachian terrain, topography, and geography, and so forth, so well that they're now a national treasure of ours, and we celebrate them, you know, with the festival every year. And they're responsible for bringing in tons of visitors. It's a real destination attraction. So The koi and the bonsai are markers of respect and very heirloom style artifacts of the Japanese culture. So to know that we share some similarities, you know, some sort of a connection, so that style of deciduous tree and these types of fish do well in our waters. It's kind of a connection. So I'm very pleased whenever I see a fusion of Japanese culture and Appalachian culture, to the point of I named my little bonsai hobby Japalachian Bonsai, and it's a seamless fusion. And my bonsai sensei trained from John Naka, who's basically the father of bonsai in the United States, and he was also the curator of the National Bonsai Collection at the Smithsonian Gardens in Washington, and spoke to me and the other students about what a cultural influence it was when we had dignitaries from Japan come over. They brought our best bonsai trees from the National Garden to where the lodging was, the hotel for the Japanese dignitaries, as if to say, we respect you in this way and thank you for sharing your culture with us. And then in response, the dignitaries shipped over some prized Japanese bonsai, centuries old, for our collection. So international connection there from just culture to culture, and I think the same could be done with the koi if they were as easily transported. So thanks to Next Day Koi, now we can have a next day air service. I think it's $35 a box. That's what you pay from Next Day Koi. I've seen other koi shippers ship for over $100 a box. So kind of a break in the shipping there. And then when you find a sale like this, buy one get two free, $35 shipping, okay, it's a great time to buy some young koi. So that's what I've done. Tickled to death to have gotten that and to share it with you. I hope that you enjoy that. I'm probably going to have something about koi in the title, so you probably found this video searching for koi. And I wish that there were more photographs, but I promise there will be. We'll get some top dorsal views of how pretty these fish are. We'll get some underwater views, and I'll post that, just kind of an easy listening, maybe some music in the background video. In the meantime, I do appreciate you dropping in here. Give me a like, leave a comment if you don't like this. Give us some indication as which direction we need to go to make this better for you. I want to expand the fish keeping hobby, especially koi, and I'm learning as I go. If you've got some tips or tricks you want to share about koi keeping, love to hear that. So I'm going to get these guys going. I'm going to do maybe a water change before I release them. I don't know, just feel like doing some house cleaning since the new guests have arrived. So I hope that you have a good rest of the day, and I'll see you on the next one. Until then, I want you to get out there and see it, love it, and live it.